Okay, hello everyone. I am continuing my quest in my adoration of NuTyX. And what I have done, I've started all over. Now, if you recall, in previous videos, I was using the LXDE desktop, and what I've done, I have installed all over again, and I'm just starting with Openbox because I like Openbox. Because Openbox is the king of all window managers and desktop environments, whether you like it or not. So we're starting all over. Now, if you notice, here I have just a plain, I don't have hardly anything on this system up to this point. This is just the base system. I'm going to quickly go over what I have installed, and you might be noticing already that the fonts don't look very good. So let me tell you, I've installed the base system, and I'm going to read the list of what I have installed so far. Now, some of this, of course, I had to install to do the video. So here's the list. We have Openbox, LXDM, Zarchiver, or Xarchiver, however you want to say it, XDG user directories, or DIRs, so that I'll have folders in my home folder. The sound theme, GVFS for opening USBs and so forth. Also utils and PAVU control. LX appearance and LX appearance obconf. The FL cards graphical package manager. PCman FM. Cheese, as you can see, because you can see me on the screen. Yeah. USB utils. I had to install USB utils because the microphone that I'm using is a USB microphone, and it would not work without installing USB utils. So I had to install that. And of course, simple screen recorder. And because of Cheese, I had to install some extra GStreamer plugins. I believe that was the bad plugins. So that's basically all I have on. I don't even have a panel right now. So what I'm planning to do, I'm going to allow you to go along with me on this journey as I build my NuTyX Openbox system. So here we are. If you notice, this is still on the screen because I don't want to minimize it. If I minimize it, I won't be able to get it back since I don't have a panel. So what we're doing, I want to show you what things basically look like out of the box when you're just using Openbox on NuTyX. Now this is the stock menu, the stock Openbox menu that comes with it. None of this stuff is on here. It's just put there as kind of a place setting. Now, one thing I did notice in this system category, it does have an entry for the graphical package manager, so that was pretty neat. So let me open up the file manager, and you will see how awful these fonts look. Yeah, that looks really bad, doesn't it? I mean, it looks really bad. So that's going to be the first thing that I fix. Now, what I plan to do, I'm going to do a series of videos. I'm going to do a series of videos where I do certain things to make this system what I want it to be. I'm going to make it my own. Oh yeah. So first thing I want to do is I want to fix all these nasty looking fonts. So that's what we're going to do. Let's see. Let me plug in. Oh dear, where's my USB with? Okay, I will be right back. My USB that has my file that I use to correct font is over here, so I'm going to go get it real quick, okay? I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. Here is my trusty USB that I keep all of my important stuff on. So I'm going to insert it because it has the files on it that I use to correct font rendering on Openbox. So I'm going to insert this right now. Oh dear. Okay. Not authorized to perform operation. There it is, snapshot. Let's see if I can open that up a little more. Not authorized to perform operation. Okay. So let me check something. Oh dear, in my application. Okay. Let me check something else. Yeah, those fonts look great. File system root. Close. I want to see if I already have something that will do what I need to do. So I'm going to go to etc xdg auto start. Okay, I do already have a PolicyKit authentication agent, and I bet that's probably the GNOME. Oh dear, I don't even have a LeafPad on here yet. Let me install LeafPad real quick. I've got this, man, I've got it going on, don't I? So that's another package that I'm installing. Okay, we have LeafPad installed now. And I can open that. Yeah, that's the GNOME. I prefer using the LX Pole kit, but since this is already here, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use this as my authentication agent. Okay, so let me go to my home folder, have it show hidden files, go to config, and I don't have an Openbox folder yet, so let me create that. And inside that Openbox, I'm going to create a new file, and I'm going to call it auto start. I'm going to open that with LeafPad, and I am going to copy this execute line right there. Copy that. Paste it and put the and symbol after it. And since I don't have a panel or anything right now, that's all I'm going to put in there. And hopefully when I log back in, I'm going to log out and log back in just a moment. It will allow me to insert the USB and open it. Now, one other thing, we have no application showing. Now in Dev1, that's usually done with libfm modules in PCMan-FM. So let me open the package manager. Go ahead and sync it real quick. And let me see if we have libfm. Okay, they're already installed. And I don't need the QT. Let's see, let's look at LXDE. I bet that's it right there. LXDE menu data. I'm going to install that and see if that will give me my applications in PCman FM. Okay, that's finished. Close it. Home folder. Application. Boom! Yes! Yes! Okay. Now what we want to do, I'm going to pause this, or I'm not going to pause it. I'm going to save this video. I'm going to log out and log back in, and we're going to go through all this trying to open our USB again, okay? So I will be back shortly. Okay, we're back again. So let's open our file manager. I'm so glad PCman FM is included here. Alright. Just make sure my applications, yep, they're still there. Alright, let's insert this USB again and see what happens. Here we go. Alright, I have to enter my password. Open it in the file manager. Hooray! It worked! Alright, let me get the items that I want. Let me go to downloads. I'll put them in my downloads folder. I want the Ubuntu font family. I have to go to Make Linux to get the, I want that X resources. Local.conf. That's the one I want. Okay, let me put these in their places real quick. So let me close these, open up the file manager as root. Okay, let me open another window of it. Okay, and downloads, show hidden files, local conf. This is just a configuration file for the font rendering. Let me check my properties to make sure. Yep, nobody can execute it, so let's change that. And we want to put that in etc fonts. And there it is. We'll just move it right over there. And I'm going to make sure once again what the properties are. Good. Now, the Ubuntu font family, I want to put that in user share fonts. There it is, TTF. Now, as you can see, I don't have very many fonts on here at all right now. Okay. I'm going to add some more after a while, but this is what we have right now. Let's check the properties of this. It should be okay. Anyone, good. And I'm going to put that right there in the TTF folder. Now we don't need to be, this X resources is just a very small configuration to once again take care of font rendering. But I don't need to be root to do that when I want to put it where I want to put it, so I'm going to close that. I don't need this. We'll open our file manager again, And instead of opening another window, I'm just going to do this. I'm going to check the properties. Nobody. Let's change that to anyone. And we're going to copy it and put it in our home folder. Okay. Now, what should happen is when I log out and log back in, oh, wait a minute, let me do something. You can see the fonts have actually already improved somewhat just by putting those two files in there. But what I'm going to do, I am going to change LX appearance. I'm going to change the default font. So let me do that real quick. If you notice, I'm having to do all this through a terminal. LX appearance. Okay. As you see, I don't have hardly any. I only have the rally widgets, icon theme. All I have is a Dwayta, mouse cursor. That's it. Window border is just the default, and the fonts already look better. Now, this in Openbox, this font tab, after I put that those two files in, this has no effect. Even if I hadn't put in the files, it has no effect in Openbox. Or if it does, I don't know how to do it. So let me go back to the widget tab. I'm going to change my font to Ubuntu regular, size 11, and apply it. And later on, I'm not going to worry about fixing up the root account right now. I'll do that later. So hopefully when we return, I am going to log out and log back in again. And hopefully when I return, the fonts will look much better. Okay, so I will be back shortly again. Okay, we're back. We're ready for the big test. See if the fonts look any better. So let's open up our file manager. Much better. Yeah, oh yeah. Alright, so that's how I take care of the font rendering on a new Openbox install. Now I will say, this and Void are both, their font rendering is pretty bad when you first install. So it makes me pretty happy to see how well my font configuration files really help take care of that. So what I'm going to do, I'm very happy with the font rendering now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and install a panel. Now I know from my previous experience with NuTyX, the 64-bit LX panel and Tint 2 panel gave me some problems. They weren't unusable or anything like that. The LX panel, I could never get the volume icon to show on the panel. I tried using volume icon, the one that comes like with the volume icon also. I tried to use that instead, but it wouldn't control the volume. Tint 2, it had a few issues, and my main concern with it was that it come with the Tint 2 settings application, and I'm just going to be honest, I don't want to have to mess around with configuration files if I don't have to. So I thought, well, let me try XFCE4 panel, and I know someone who would be very happy with that. Esnix. And lo and behold, on NuTyX, I haven't even tried this on any other system. On NuTyX, the XFCE4 panel is actually the lightest panel. It was lighter than Tint 2 because With Tint 2, you have to add a volume icon to it. It was even lighter than the LX panel. I don't know why. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to add the XFCE4 panel, and that will be my panel that I use in Openbox. So let's do that real quick. Let me sync. Let me install. Alright, so we have it installed now, so let me add that to my auto start file. Alright, I haven't installed anything like nitrogen to take care of my wallpapers, because I'm going to do something later on in a video about that. So let me do sleep 2 XFCE4 panel. Save that. And when I come back for the next video, we should have an XFCE4 panel showing on the bottom of the screen. Well, actually what's going to happen, I'm going to have to choose a configuration for it, because it'll be the first run of the XFCE4 panel. But that concludes this video. I wanted to show you how I take care of the font rendering, because font rendering is awful in Openbox when you first install it, and that's basically what I do. So thanks for watching. Sorry it was kind of jumbled together. Had to tackle a few things that I wasn't expecting. But it's NuTyX, baby. I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good day, good afternoon, good evening, or good morning, wherever you are. Thanks.